What up, everybody? It's the speech guy, Tony Asar, A-S-A-R. And you know I'm still rocking with my main man.
Ooh, yeah.
The professor.
So they say.
The super duper. Uber producer.
Might be Dubs.
Podcast Poppy.
Self-titled.
Earl Frias.
And the man to my left.
Ooh.
Starting to grow a little breast. But he stays at rest. And he looks like he uses Crest, but that's fine. Woohoo! It's the one and only Tony Asar, speech guy.
Hey. What up, baby?
What up, man?
Hey, how you liking it? Season 5 coming through. Got a new
vibe.
New vibe.
You know what I'm saying? It's a new feel.
Look.
I can see Derbs face to face now. So you know what I'm saying?
I know. He's not just white hands. It comes with a face.
It comes with a face.
The hands got a face.
And of course, luxurious hair as well.
Luxurious. Derbs, come show everybody.
He's like, just put a lock in the camera.
It's a strand. You never know. What if you go missing? This is what they use to find
This
you.
be the last time they seen you on camera.
If I go missing, it's on purpose.
Oh.
This guy has
this is Derbs, people.
This guy got plan B.
C, D, E.
He going off the grid.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of like true crime and murder mystery documentaries and shit like that. And Derb, you do fit a lot of the profile of somebody who might know how to go missing or make somebody go missing. The only thing that helps you is that smile. Go ahead, give it to him. Yeah.
See, but that's the bait.
That's the bait.
That's the bait.
That's how he lowers it.
The hair and the smile. That's how he gets him in.
Okay.
Straight killer status.
Like that one dude. What was it? Ted Bundy?
Yeah, I still don't understand that. What is women's obsession with that? With like
what is women's obsession with being stalked? Why is You one of the best shows out right now? And the whole premise is the dude is stalking.
No,
People,
the woman.
People love attention. I'm not gonna say women because that's just gonna.
It might be a little sexist or misogynistic.
Yeah, but
no, you can say that.
but you like the whole premise. My girl was watching it the other day.
Yeah,
and I'm like watching it with her, and I'm like, so the whole time he's stalking her. She was like, why wouldn't you do that to me? I'm like, what? We live together. I'm half already stalking you. I'm seeing everything you're doing, but like, just the fascination of that show. It really shows like women like to be stalked.
What season is she on?
Well, she went back to number 1 to try to watch it with me.
Yeah,
but I think she got to like season 4 or something like that.
Oh, she finished it. Yeah, she don't want you like that. She knows what come next if you got like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Does he end up killing anybody?
Joe, he kills a lot of people.
Okay, I saw 2 episodes and I was out because I was just like, the premise of this makes no sense.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I watch it.
Okay.
I was trying to get kitty points.
Okay.
Sometimes create a relation.
I was,
in unison.
How did it work?
I create a relation in harmony.
So you like the show?
I do though. I do.
Okay.
It does seem wild at first, but once you get to what was it like season 3, like that stuff was wild. I was like, okay. And like you gotta give it to Joe. He like a book nerd, but he's pretty smart. He's pretty crafty.
I mean, he's very sneaky and very
the way he can make people disappear.
Calculated, yeah. What?
Bro, you're not even deep, huh?
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I watched 2 episodes.
I can't, man.
It gave me Dexter vibes, and I was so disappointed at the end of Dexter that I couldn't give it any more chances. I was like, this is like Dexter. I don't know why it's like Dexter.
Joe's like if Dexter was a pussy.
Right? That's what it made me feel like.
Because he doesn't follow through.
I did see Jurassic Park lately because I've only seen the first one. I never seen any other Jurassic Parks, right? So like, my girl was like, you need to watch Jurassic World. Yeah. And I realized why I never watched any other Jurassic Parks. I think when I watched it when I was younger, I realized like there should never be a sequel to this. Like dinosaurs went crazy, killed a bunch of motherfuckers. Only American greed can rebirth that and bring that back and let that happen multiple times.
It's like it's just showing that people can't learn lessons. Like, is this the
like, why are we bringing back dinosaurs? This failed. Like, the first movie was a fail. So I watched it. It was kind of overrated. But what made it dope was I bought these like immersion lights. Well, I didn't buy it. My girl bought it, but I put it together. So it's like I bought it.
Yeah,
I did most of the work. I put it together, but it's these immersion lights.
What are immersion lights?
So you put them on the back of the television, the back of it, and I got that 65-inch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So you put it on the back of the television, and then there's a camera that goes on the top of your TV that reads the light projecting from your television, thus projecting that light off the LEDs. So like if you're watching a movie and some shit's on fire, the lights is red and orange, all in the backdrop of behind your TV and shit. Oh. It's been pretty dope. Like I've been stuck watching movies the last couple days.
Are you taking acid now, Earl? It sounds like it sounds like you and your girl eating shrooms over there.
Maybe a little shrooms.
She's like, babe, these immersion lights.
Immersion lights is probably close to acid as I'm gonna get, but it's pretty dope. And you can like have a little app and control like the theme and stuff like that. It's pretty dope.
Dude,
it's not an ad, by the way, but go get the immersion lights. They're on sale.
I might have to check those out. Have you caught up with the Kanye Jeen-Yuhs documentary?
So I've seen it there, and I've almost clicked on it like 4 times, and then I put the remote down. Like I don't have the time to delve into this, but I've heard good things.
I don't know, man. Like it's good.
So you watched the whole thing?
I watched all 3.
Okay, tell me.
It is good.
Spoil it. You can spoil it.
I'll spoil it. It's good. Like, past, it shows, when Kanye made the transition from Chicago to New York, it started then from when he got to New York to, how he had to fight through, Rockefeller, how he had to craft his opportunity with Jay, spit the verse so he could get on the blueprint too.
Okay.
Like, the backstory, but actually getting to see it and stuff. And then also it shows, up to what was the album before the God album?
Pablo?
Yeah, it shows like the Pablo release and all that.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So the whole documentary is up until Pablo.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like it is crazy. Like it shows why like there's like a big gap in between the years because like Kanye and the dude name is Cootie.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Yeah, that follows him around with the camera and has all this footage and was putting together and narrating it. And Chica, I guess. All right, so this, I'm going to just get to it. I don't know what Cootie does.
Well, he's the one with the camera, right?
No. All right. All right, because I watched this thing.
Okay,
all right.
okay.
From my perspective, this is how I see his story. And this is why I think he got treated how he got treated. And everybody was trying to make it seem like it was a sad thing. But I was like, nah, bro. I think you overestimated who you thought you were to this, bro. If you watch it, like, I don't know how have you guys seen it? Darius, have you seen it? You seen it? All right. So how I seen it, because first of all, Cootie is like a grown man.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
This fool, Kanye is like probably like 16, 17, or 18. Like he like young. Cootie already 25, 26. The OGs that like, all right, so like the backstory to how Kanye even got involved with all these people. First of all, I don't think Kanye even had a friend ever.
Oh shit.
No. Did anyone see childhood friend flashback? No, huh? No, right? Kanye never had a real one. None.
Yeah,
like if Cootie is the beginning of Kanye,
and he's 25 and Kanye's 16, 17.
Like Kanye, like young dude, like it's all in his face.
Yeah.
And like Cootie, he says he's like 7 to 8 years older than him already. And the reason like Kanye was hanging out with all these older cats, because most of the people he was hanging out with already in their 30s or something. Like especially the one that was tripping on him. Oh wait, you know what I'm talking about, right? All right. No, all right. Shit. So like Kanye's mom, because I think he didn't have no friends and he was a little awkward. Okay. Kanye's mom used to keep bringing him to, she brought him to like a hip hop session. Okay. That she knew that was happening at the colleges because, she was a professor. Okay. And then, and he really wanted to make music and he was hanging with like cats were already in their mid-20s type jazz, right? And then they teach him or whatever. And then Cootie, like in the beginning, had nothing to do with hip hop. He had zero to do with hip hop. He was a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
He was a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
It failed.
Okay.
If you watch the beginning, it's so much ways it failed, right? Okay. And then he ended up getting an opportunity to do a hip hop type show on this new like public TV network for Chicago.
Like host a show?
Yeah, called Channel Zero. Okay. Right? And so he's going around, doing pretty much what we do, kicking it in the scene and vivid and, like, wow, documenting everything. Yeah. Then he comes across Kanye. And then this is the sus part. Like, he was like, man, I just saw this kid. I decided to drop my whole entire life. And I just picked up this camera. I'm just going to follow him for the rest of my life. Just ride his coattail for the rest of my life.
So what did Kanye do in that meeting for him, for that interaction, for him to, I wonder what Kanye did.
No, because Kanye
was
no, what he did was Kanye was already known about his beats.
Yeah, his producing.
Yeah, like in Chicago. Okay. But I guess like, he just saw him and he was like, I gotta follow this kid. This kid's gonna be the future. Yeah. And so like he was kind of like, fuck this Channel Zero shit.
Just do it to the side.
High key, low key. Okay. High key, low key. And he just put the camera on Kanye and he just followed Kanye everywhere he went. Granted, thank you, Cootie, because we got this amazing documentary. But the focal point on how he got treated, right?
It's a little weird.
Yeah, all right. No, right? A grown man too, right? Okay. So he just following him all throughout the years and just like, and Kanye, he's like, yeah, man, this is dope. Cause Kanye likes having an entourage. Like we seen him enough. So at a young age, that probably was dope for him. And as you following him and stuff like that, it's just that it shows, then there's like this other part to where he keeps saying, yeah, I made Jesus walk. Right?
That's what Cootie said?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I shot Jesus walk. I shot through the wire. They're like, okay. All right. So did they use all of his footage for Through the Wire? Yes. Because the nigga got the camera on nigga for 24 hours. Who else would you get footage from? Did he direct Through the Wire? Did he put Through the Wire together? If anybody that watch it, did he put it together, JMK, or did they get some other cats?
Him and Chike did it.
Okay, we gonna say that, right? All right, so okay. No, let's stay. We'll stay with. All right, they keep selling him and Chike, right? Yeah. Go to the Jesus Walks video, and he's supposed to be leading the video. He didn't know what he was doing. Chike still had to direct and tell Cootie what to do, and Chike's in the Jesus Walks video dressed as Jesus. Now he's supposed to be the director, and then he even made a quick remark. And even Kanye, like, if you read body language, like how I kind of like thrive on, like, yeah, because I gotta read crowds. You could tell that they have an inside joke about that nigga, about Cootie, because he was like, because the joke was he's like, Jesus knows all, Jesus knows all, and then they had like a quick moment. It was like they just looked at each other, was like, fucking Cootie.
So is Cootie the entire time? Is he saying that he is instrumental in Kanye's
I think
career?
He felt that way. Okay. Because, all right, so did they flash back? We gonna flash to where he gets done, how he gets done. All right, so Kanye popping. What was it? What was it? The Grammy for? It wasn't. College Dropout. Was it the College Dropout? No. I think it was for late registration. Because he was there for College Dropout Grammy stuff, Okay. But when it came, like, the next year, like, when late registration dropped, and then Cootie was like, yeah, we're going to take it back to Channel Zero, right? This why it's messed up. And high key is messed up. Like, because he's having a moment. He's like, yeah, I've been here with Ye the whole time. It's been us, baby, right? We in here at Channel Zero. They go find Kanye. Kanye lit. I don't know why they didn't put the camera on him. Like, I could tell, like, Kanye was drinking.
Okay. Beyonce had the best video drinking.
Like, pretty much around there. That level. Because like, he was just like, yeah, dude, not really looking at him. And then he kept calling Cootie Chike.
Okay, call him the wrong person.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, you got to see how right? It's how he kept doing it. Like, he kind of
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
He placed him in his place.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then so Cootie, he's taken back and like, why you doing me like it is like that's messed up. You call me Chike. I'm going this way. And he don't understand it, but it's like, my G, first of all, he kind of wasn't a day one. Like, and I know this because of how Kanye's mama treated him.
Yeah, you know a lot about how your mama treats the people that are around your life.
All right,
so they know.
So while Kanye's not talking to Cootie, right, or you know, man, just evolving or whatever that is, it's happening. But his mom still calls on Cootie and be like, "Yo, I need you to just follow me all day with the camera. I'm going to my family's house. You need to record all of this." And then Cootie was like, "Yeah, I'll go." Like so he became his mom's camera woman. And then he eventually got like Common was like, "Hey, follow me with your camera for a day." You know, and yeah, I get it that he crafted a career out of that. But the importance level he seemed like he was trying to stress or have, or the narrative,
he's not really that one.
It didn't fit for me. It didn't fit for me. Like from how I seen it. Cause it was like, man, you didn't even know this. You didn't know him off the rip. You didn't know him from jump. You saw an opportunity and hopped on. That's.
So was Cootie getting interviewed during this documentary?
Nah, he's kind of narrating it. He's narrating over and somewhat telling his story. I don't even care about his parts. I fast forward to that part. I ain't gonna lie. That's cold.
Is Kanye
like once I picked Gabe, I was like, you don't matter in this. Is
Kanye the one producing this documentary?
I think
or this is other people.
It's Kanye, right? It's Kanye, but Chike and Cootie are like the directors of it.
Okay.
Or they're the ones that's getting the most credit. Which again, Chike, because Cootie don't know how to edit. It showed it. They showed footage.
Who is this Cootie guy?
He didn't know how to edit. He didn't know how the green screen thing worked. He didn't know how to set up the pictures. He didn't know the set design. And then by Jesus Walk, he didn't even know what a tracking shot was. like when you don't remember what I'm talking about? Pull it up on the Jesus Walks.
First of all, I gotta jump in with a quick what is it called? Fact check. The person that you're referring to as Chike that was playing Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not Chike, that's somebody else.
Oh, okay.
That's not Chike. I just want to clarify that.
Oh, okay.
And back in those days, like he did edit, but when it got to Jesus Walks, through the wire, they brought it to the people at MTV. But Chike used his connections at MTV to get the people at MTV after hours to work on it. But it's not typical for directors to edit.
No, I know what you mean on that, but when I say to edit, what does he do? Because he doesn't direct.
He's the director.
How?
And also I just want to say, here also put it this way. Because
he's a nigga with a camera.
It's a good example of what I took from it is the parallel of Cootie is the average hip hop Kanye fan that came up with him, fell in love with him, and then Kanye stopped fucking with him right after his mom died, and then he didn't hear back from Kanye until The Life of Pablo. So there's an 6-year gap. So and I think a lot of people also had a similar, like, it was like, oh, you're arrogant. I'm kind of, like, I'm not fucking with you. So if you try to look at it that way, where Cootie represents like the people of Chicago that like went away, and then after Life of Pablo, when he found God, then Kanye brought his people back. There's like 3 or 4 of the people, the day ones. I would consider Chike a day one in the terms of Kanye coming up as a producer. But you're right about Kanye not having friends. He like had a bunch of people around him that was hip hop, that Kanye was just using them in a good way to learn hip hop. And Kanye has always been vocal about using the people around you. But that's all I'm adding, just to clarify that part.
Thank you for the fact check.
You are kind of right. He did get dissed. He was for sure calling him like Chike on purpose.
Okay,
right.
So Kanye was being paid.
And then there's the heartbreaking part where he finally tells Cootie to turn off the camera because he just got because he was there to film Common, and then Kanye wasn't.
But he was putting it on Kanye though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you see what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Y'all made me want to watch this documentary.
No, it's good.
I didn't know this was in depth about Cootie and the other people in his lives. I thought it was really focused on Kanye's early years, because all the clips I've seen is just him in the studio rapping, or him hopping up at the label rapping, and him talking about how instrumental his mom is in his life. But I haven't heard any of this.
Yeah, no, it is about the earlier. It's just that's how as I was watching it, it's like I was watching two documentaries. I was watching what they were showing, but then I was like watching it. I was like, something don't add up here.
Yeah. Somebody inflating their
like I hear the
role.
narrative. The narrative sounds good, but when I'm watching,
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Genius, check it out. And if you feel different, let us know in the comments below.
Hey, something else we've been watching. Now, I know we both been watching this.
I know what you by guilty pleasure. Yes.
So if you guys have not gone on Netflix and watched Love is Blind, definitely if you want to get high and laugh at some shit, go watch Love is Blind. It's high comedic value.
Tell them the concept. You gotta tell them the concept. Derbs, have you heard of this?
The concept of the show is basically you have I don't know how many. Let's just say 10 men, 10 women. They're both behind walls talking to each other blind. They're talking to each other behind walls, so they can't see each other, but they can hear each other's voice and have conversation for hours. And then you move on, next person. You're trying to build these genuine connections, and then at any point, somebody can propose. Usually the man can propose to the woman and say, do you want to get married? And they have 30 days. That's your chance to see somebody is only when they propose to you, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then when you propose, you get to see the person. And then they have 30 days after seeing each other to get married. Right?
And I'm guessing 70% of the men that they choose for this show are the shallowest men in the world.
Oh, wow. Yes.
The star of the show is homeboy with the eyes. What would you say his name was? What'd you call him?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. He looks like kind of looks like Gary Busey's son. His eyes are bugged. And he's dating this Asian lady. I can't remember her name. And they both seem pretty quirky.
Yeah.
But I thought they were gonna last. I haven't watched the last episode, but I thought they were gonna not last. I thought they were just gonna commit to the marriage and then break up later. None of these relationships are gonna last, mind you. None of them. But at least I thought that was gonna be the one where they were gonna walk across the stage, get married. But they didn't last, right?
No.
Did any of them last? Because I didn't watch the last episode.
The former fat chick with the guy that I think is gay.
That one. I did say that was gonna last too. Yeah.
It was like, I was like, you're marrying a woman on this?
What about the homie with the ears? The chick left the island. She was like, I can't do this. Left the island. Left him there by himself. And then he ended up meeting up with her later. And she made some bullshit excuse as to why she left.
Yeah, she was like, pretty much.
She saw him. Because it's that moment. The funniest part of this show is the moment when they see each other coming from behind the walls and they meet. And when she saw him and his ears were still in the other room, he was walking around the corner.
She was hot texting.
She was like, oh, shit. And then she gave and hugged him. And he was all like, it's sensitive into his feelings. And the whole time she just didn't want to break his heart. But she knew when she walked around the corner.
it was the done. She was like, how bad do I want to be on this show?
That's because she got denied for somebody else, I think.
Yeah. Gary Busey denied her for the Asian chick.
Yeah.
And then he was mad that she was Asian. He came out, he was like, oh.
It's our guilty pleasure. We've been watching Love is Blind. Go check that out if you're a man. You just want to laugh at, if you want something to watch with your lady that you can laugh at internally, go watch Love is Blind.
It gets cringy at times.
Oh, super cringy.
Because, the girl isn't attracted to the guy, but he's still going for the kiss. And then you're just like, oh, man, she going to let this slide or what? and then some of them kiss him, and then some of them be like, we need separate rooms.
Yeah. Well, okay, let me ask you. Does that show you how superficial people are or how important physical attraction is?
I think, it's not superficial. Physical attraction is hella important.
Yeah.
It's got to, the concept is nice. Someone just hear my voice and boom, we're in love. But nah, man, interest, important, because somewhat got to have something to talk about, even though most of the time you don't talk. After year one, you stop kind of talking. But you got to be attracted, man. You gotta be attractive.
You gotta have some type of attraction there, and and there's gotta be. It can't be a non-attraction, like a super non-attraction. That's where it's like, because even the Indian dude, he was with the Indian woman. Oh, I spit out my drink when he said, "I feel like I'm with my auntie." I feel like I'm going on a date with my aunt, because he's an Indian dude who never dated an Indian woman. He only dates white girls.
Yeah.
So when he met up, he had a connection with this Indian woman. And so he was dating her the whole time.
And she wasn't very attractive.
Yeah, she wasn't.
And he couldn't. And you could tell where she was all looking all loving him in the jacuzzi, and he was like,
yeah, I feel like with my auntie. That shit had me dying.
I think if you can like have a genuine connection with someone without seeing them, and then see them, and that connection goes away, then you are probably a very shallow person.
But that's the thing. So in your case, it highlights the shallowness more than just the idea that physical attraction is very important.
Yeah, I mean, everyone deserves to have preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no problem with that. But it's like, I guess it's just the way you deliver it. Like that girl just like leaving.
Yeah,
that dude.
Yeah.
That was cold, bro.
That's a little cold-hearted.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it does.
I think the bigger issue is that like people are afraid to communicate.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is too, because it shows you how open they were behind the walls, but when they saw each other,
and then it's face
to face, they couldn't be honest with each other. A lot of them couldn't be honest with each other about how they felt about that person or the situation they were in. So that's definitely a thing too.
Power in hiding.
Yeah.
There's a power in hiding.
That's why I play on my computer all the time.
Are you playing Sim Sturbs on your computer?
Fuck no.
Don't. Hey. No Sim slander on this podcast.
You weren't there.
You weren't there.
My sister used to play The Sims.
Yeah, she older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She was there. You weren't there. Don't ever judge the Sims. That was a golden moment.
Golden.
She
used to like torture her Sims.
I did that too from time to time. Like I said, you build a room, take the doors out, windows out, and just watch them die. That's something that we used to do back in the day.
And you say I give off serial killer vibes?
I get it out in Sims.
Yeah.
I don't know where you get. Are you?
You can kill fictional characters.
Yeah,
all the time.
I do every day in Valorant. I also snapped my keyboard last week. That was sick.
You snapped your keyboard?
Out of rage?
Yeah, I was pissed.
Did you lose?
Yeah.
Like, was it close though, or was it a bullshit ass loss?
It's some bullshit, dude.
Oh man, so if it wasn't a close loss, why'd you snap your keyboard?
Oh, dude. Sometimes,
see, I'm not doing that. That's
you just like
fitting the profile.
You just lose all sense of
just anything. You just start wanting to break something. Yeah, shot at your ass, huh?
I was actually playing it was like a fighting game, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, 2D, 3D.
It's 3D.
Okay.
What game?
That's called Lost Ark. It's like a MMO.
Missionary men.
Mixed martial officers.
I actually don't know what MMO stands for, but it's like it's like an open world RPG game, but it also has like a PvP aspect to it.
Okay.
Mama's making oral. I don't know.
He was on it.
I'm trying.
I just downloaded Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh,
Forbidden
that looks
West.
clean.
Yes, it just came out.
Is it
last
new
week?
One?
Yeah, it came out last week. Yeah, I dropped that $59. I was like, oh, Daddy need a new pair of shoes, but I need this game a little bit more.
Man,
yo,
I want to buy a video game so bad.
The first
one.
one.
Why they all $60?
The first one was incredible.
First one's dope, but this one?
I don't think games are worth $60 anymore.
No, they're not.
No.
Well, hold up. You more or less?
Less.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
The amount of
games
effort that they put into it nowadays.
Yeah.
Not worth $60.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
They're not going that ham.
No.
Yeah.
But Horizon is probably the closest game that's worth $60. I've only gotten past a couple stages or whatever, but because the first one's phenomenal. I can already tell this one, just the amount of stuff they added to it, and then they really enhanced the graphics for PS4. Because I ain't got PS5 just yet, so I'm on the PS4. But the graphics are like I would say 30 times better than the graphics from the last one. Shadowing, and you can see like sweat, and like it's a lot more realistic. So it's fucking fire. And the fucking robots you're fighting are crazy. Like, yeah, Forbidden West, man, I'm on that shit. And of course GTA. I see you haven't got back on.
Well,
the last time we had to.
No, yeah, like I'll go on when y'all go on, but I should go on by myself. But when I'm by myself, it's Apex.
That makes sense.
You ever leave a review for a game if you hate it? If you're like that mad about it?
No.
Leave a review for where do you go to leave a review
you
for a game?
Reviews,
well, you play on console, so
yeah,
on
exactly.
PC, like you can leave a review on like Steam or whatever you download the game from.
Okay.
And
so you left reviews.
Yeah, dude. Well, actually, my friend left a review for this new game, Elden Ring.
Oh, I've seen so much going on about that. Yeah.
But like they don't have like widescreen support for the game, so he was like super pissed about it.
Oh shit.
And he left like this giant review with like all of the information on how they could have added it to the game, and the developer actually pinned it.
Oh wow. Okay. So hopefully they take that advice and make that shit.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take it because they ain't gotta pay them for it.
Yeah, exactly. You just gave them the code. You just cracked the code. Fuck it. So have you seen the stuff with? I mean, I don't really care too deep. We don't get too far into it, but have you seen the stuff going on with Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
I saw the video.
Do you have a side or?
My thing is, I understand what Joe was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't have to go as far as tell Joel Ortiz to suck his dick. That was messed up.
If you listen to it, he said that album can suck my dick. I can see
still.
He didn't have to say that either.
That's still telling the Dan to suck my dick. Hey, that's
a little too far for you. That's fighting words for you.
Yeah, because it was like, look, I understand if you're supporting them. If you don't like what your man is saying, don't like what your man is saying. But why you do him on live like that? You know, that's why I understand why Joel Ortiz fired back quick. Like, nigga, suck my dick. Don't do me like that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm having a conversation. Just say you support my album.
Yeah.
And all Joel had to say, yeah, I support it.
But he don't. And he was being honest. Like, I don't support that album.
That's true.
Because I understand where Joe and Royce are coming from when it comes to like, if we all four created a brand, two of you guys doing something with the brand that we don't approve of or we didn't talk about.
True.
It's like you're kind of shitting on that brand and you're telling our fan base that we are at odds, even though we kind of speculated they've been at odds for a while.
Yeah, that's why they broke up.
Exactly. But I also understand Joel and Crooked Eye, like, they also are 50% of the brand. Yeah. It's like, and that's, at least for me, I could be wrong. You can educate me. Slaughterhouse is the biggest thing in both their lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hate to say, yeah,
but it is.
That's what, because they was in the game for years, but it wasn't until they did the Slaughterhouse that they got the notoriety. Yeah.
So that's kind of their biggest play in getting the bag, is leveraging that brand. That's, so I understand from Joe's always been saying, like, I can't judge nobody on how they feed their kids and how they feed their family. So if they decide to do that, it does like make you really think back to, like, when you create something with somebody, you definitely have to have a clear understanding on where something's going. But if it doesn't work out, you gotta. How confident are you to create something new? To get yourself to that same status, or to create something that can bring you the same income as something else. To me, it shows maybe Joel Ortiz and Crooked have been trying and just nothing's worked out, but it shows to me that they don't believe in their creativity enough.
I don't think it's that. It's just that, like, because Joel has been putting up albums on his solo, but again, it's like, say like Mark Hamill, like he did other movies, but the bag was Star Wars. It's kind of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, they killed his character off in Force Awakens or whatnot.
Okay.
But if they was like, yo, we need you to come back as a Spectre, he'll come back 83 and all as a Spectre.
Okay.
Like, because it is that. If you have, like, no matter how much you keep working, but if you have that thing that's going to be like, this is it. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And then it's like that Temptations movie. Otis kept going, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Because, like, we still got people to feed. We still got family.
Speaking of that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Morris Day. I don't know if you heard about what happened to him.
What happened?
So he can no longer tour or use Morris Day, the name.
Why?
Because I guess Prince owned it.
Yeah.
And
his estate took it?
Prince is not here. Because I guess the whole time Prince owned the rights to the name Morris Day in the time.
Yeah, because it was Purple Rain.
But he wasn't doing anything when Morris Day would go out and perform. He just like, do your thing. But he owned the rights to it.
Yeah, but
now Prince is not here. There's no buffer in between saying he can do that. So now he put out a post a couple days ago saying, like, unfortunately I can't. I've been touring for so long with Morris Day at the time. That's his brand.
Yeah.
But now he can't do it anymore. So now he can't even do it in no capacity. He can't do like what Prince did, like formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
He can't use the name in no capacity.
Why would Prince's estate do that to him?
Selfishness and
greed,
I don't know.
Like that's cold. That's cold game. Why?
Yeah.
And Morris Day kind of like older.
Yeah.
Why would you take a man's livelihood, especially because the Twilight years is kind of when they start making a lot more money.
Yeah. This is the time where a lot of
he could get bigger bags because
our parents want to go see them. You feel
I
me?
kind of want.
Of course, I want to see Morris Day.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
He do the little,
Yeah. So, quick shout out to Morris Day at the time. Like, that is you family remembered as that. I hope you can figure out a way to get around this, but just that goes back to like, just ownership, and how you configure your ownership, and do you own what you're creating to make sure you
that
own
part.
That
part. Yeah, you know what? No one ever wants to have those conversations, but you gotta always have those conversations, man.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when we be on the back, I'm like, yo,
yeah, exactly.
And so when it is what it is, everybody know where it's at, where it's at.
Yeah.
No
discrepancies.
more, no less. Yeah, it's like boom.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I always talk about stuff like that, or I'm quick to talk about the money. And people, like, a lot of times, like, oh, pay me later, or talk. No, let's do this now.
Let's get this out the way right now.
Let's handle the business, and then let's go back to being friends.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be my friend until the business is done.
Yeah.
You're just going to be nice to me. I'd rather you be my friend.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But whatchamacallit, my G, it's been like a crazy week, though. It's been a crazy week.
100%.
Like, especially all that's going on. Like, Brittany Griner got caught up.
So please elaborate on this. I don't know too much about this situation. I just know she's stuck in Russia, right?
She's stuck in Russia, and she's detained in Russia and possibly facing up to anywhere from 5 to 10 years for what they saying is drug trafficking charges, because she got caught up with vape, like weed vape pen, like a steezy.
Oh, so she was
in Russia.
Okay.
She had it in a carry-on bag.
So it's at the airport.
She's at the airport.
Okay.
And they're going through her luggage. And they see it, pull her to the side. Now she's detained. I kind of fault her just a little bit, because have social awareness. Russia's been bombing a country next door for the last 2 weeks. Like,
yeah,
America put like some big old sanctions on them, and you're an American. Like, have some social awareness. You should have been out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she should have. I don't know why she's even over there.
Well, because unfortunately,
she playing overseas.
She put all WNBA. Well, not all. majority of the WNBA players
they
play overseas.
Okay.
And Russia for women is the Premier League. So you
can definitely see that.
You have Brittany over there. You have Diana Taurasi. You had Breanna Stewart. Like a couple of ball players from the Chicago Sky. Like that's where, because like over there, Brittany's getting $1 million for like a 3-month season.
Oh shit, that's way more than she would get in the States.
What she's getting here, she just barely got $280,000.
Yeah. Okay. So the bag is overseas.
The bag for them, they're all getting $1 million deals and stuff like over there and whatnot. So that's why she's over there, and I'm not faulting for her for that. Get the bag. But if I woke up one morning and I saw a Russia TV that they go to war, and then the next day I see that America getting involved, and I'm American, I'm in Russia, I'm like, hey, babe, pack that up.
100%. 100%.
Let's go. And honestly, I don't need no vape pens. I need to get home. I wouldn't be out here testing. I wouldn't even assume like because I'm Britain or because I'm some type of celebrity, it's war.
Fuck.
I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play with it. I would have got out. I don't care how many seasons is left. I'd be like, yo, we could run this back, but I can't be here, and you're not breaching contract on some life and death stuff, and especially because again, social awareness. Russia has taken prisoners in the past.
Yeah,
like people just chilling in Russia,
and
then they snatch them up, and then they force a negotiation. That's what like people are thinking. Like they're like, oh, they specifically target her. I don't know if they specifically was like, yo, get the girl that dunks, Brittany Griner.
Get the 6'8" girl walking through the airport because she's like fucking humongous.
Yeah,
like,
and also again, awareness.
Why should he put the thing up top of her head? They wouldn't be able to reach it.
She
could have walked right into the airport with tape that shit to the back of the kitchen back here.
I was just acting like I did a stretch and used my full wingspan.
Yeah, she should have taped it to the back of her kitchen and let the hair flow. And then, fuck, that sucks though. Like,
yeah,
I would be shitting myself if I was in jail in the States, but overseas?
Overseas, yeah.
Bruh. The way my skin tone is set up,
yeah,
I would be shitting bricks in Russia or Ukraine or anywhere overseas sitting in their prison system. And then she's a big target because she's a basketball player.
She's
6'8".
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, she's a commodity to America. So I don't know. My thing is I fault her for not being more socially aware of your surroundings. Yeah. No one's exempt from war.
Yeah. Damn.
It goes down, it's going down for all.
Damn. And what do you think about T.I. and Godfrey?
Oh.
You're the comedian in the room.
That
is there an etiquette if you're a headliner? Look at your face, you're already going to say it. If you're a headliner and a celebrity, a famous person, not just anybody, but a famous person comes in the room and wants to try comedy, more famous than you, and says he wants to go up. Can I go up? He's not asking you, he's asking the promoter. And the promoter comes and tells you, hey, T.I. is coming on to do a set after you. Do you feel the type of way?
Yeah.
Why do you?
And T.I. know he was wrong.
Yeah, you think so?
He know he was wrong.
What made him wrong?
Dave Chappelle.
And I'm only gonna play devil's advocate here, so
I got you. Dave Chappelle got a new song right now, and he goes up to Drake's sold out concert and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop a track real quick." After Drake was like, "I love you, Toronto. This was great. Catch you later."
Yeah.
Dave was like, "Wait. Cut the lights back on. I'm gonna drop a track." You don't do that. You don't go to a headliner show and then go on after the headliner.
Okay.
Every artist knows that.
Okay.
The headliner, it's your show. You are the show. Sure, you have opening acts, but essentially, especially if it's a Godfrey show, Godfrey's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%. I respect Godfrey as a
beast. Yeah. So and he said he did an hour and 40. So for you to go up So was headlining show after they did an hour 40, which like stand up wise, that's fire. That's fire.
So there is like a unwritten rule in comedy, because Godfrey has said that there's an unwritten rule in comedy to where you don't go up after the headliner.
I don't even think it's comedy. I think that's just professional understanding. No, like I don't like Godfrey was speaking from a comedic standpoint because he said because he's a comic,
but it had nothing to do with the fact that it's T.I. and he doesn't respect him as a comic. Because I feel like if Dave Chappelle came and wanted to go up after Godfrey, I don't think Godfrey would have been as perturbed about it.
That's different.
So it is because T.I. is not a comic. He's a
honestly
famous musician trying comedy.
I don't think Dave would have did that. Tell you the truth, he would have went up before. Like if you want to hop on,
okay.
Like, all right, so there is an etiquette. If you do want to hop on to someone's show, you go on first, but you do no more than 7 minutes. Right?
Okay.
Like, so that would be the etiquette. He went on after the show was over.
Yeah.
So essentially, his act by doing that is saying Godfrey is not the headliner. I am. His name not even on the marquee.
Yeah, because it
was Godfrey's show.
I think their promoter had asked T.I. to go up. And
T.I. asked the promoter
to go up.
And that's why he was like, you need to talk to the promoter. He don't want, and then that's a cop out plea. Of course, T.I. knew the promoter was going to do that because the promoter it will make his business look good. Yeah. It's more money in his pocket. He gets to keep people longer. That's a cop out. Professional courtesy though. We all know, like I like this. I'm going to generalize it. All performers know you don't go on after the headliner. That's the show, right? That's wild. And that's why I know T.I., being a veteran, he was riding his own high horse in Atlanta, which of course he's supposed to do.
That's what Godfrey said. It was like it's his city. It's Atlanta.
So that's why I see Godfrey's point. He was like, yeah, man, I let you slide on that, but I don't gotta listen to it. I was like, why? I was the headliner. Why I gotta stay?
No, what did he really say? He said, I'm not gonna listen to nobody who I do this better than, or who does this worse than I do, or some shit like that.
But he's right though.
So you wouldn't listen to a comic that's not as good as you?
I still know. Everybody know, nigga. I'll pull out yo-yo and start yo-yoing.
I seen that actually.
I'm not playing. I'm not gonna listen to anybody that I do it better than. Now I still to this day go to open mics. They trying to force me to stay. I go out. I'll go smoke. I'm like, I don't have to listen to this. It's not washed. It's not.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's not mean. Lil Wayne would do that to like a regular street performer. You know, he might give him like 2 seconds. So like, oh, that was entertaining. But you think you're gonna stay and watch his whole show? No.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, T.I. say that.
I tend to agree with you with this situation. Like I do, when I heard about it and seen them debating on because I guess he called up his show and they were talking about it.
I'm mad for Godfrey for folding.
He definitely folded.
He folded.
But when T.I. get on the phone and start doing them, hey bruh, start saying them, hey bruh, to hit you with them phenomenalities and big old words and shit. You start to like kind of like, okay, who am I? I gotta remember who I'm talking to here.
What did he say? He was like a shark swims in water, and he said something weird.
It was T.I.?
T.I. said so.
Oh, he always says some weird shit. He always says some weird shit.
And he was like, shark swims in water. And so I was like, T.I., what does that got to do with it?
But Godfrey did fold.
He folded.
Because he basically was saying that he was being disrespectful. That's what T.I. was saying.
This is what Godfrey would say. I'm sorry, Mr. T.I.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. T.I.
What I was really saying was...
That's not what I said.
Because when he first said it, he went in. He went in.
And I was riding with Godfrey.
But then he kind of like reeled it back.
And now I can't stand with the brother no more because he folded.
Hey, T.I. got 38 guns in his car.
That's fair, but...
I'm just saying. Some things you got to kind of like... As long as he knows where I'm at, I don't have to meet him with the same energy.
If Kobe was to step on the soccer field with Messi would show him he's still Messi.
True.
That's just what that's why I'm like, bro, like don't fold.
True.
Like don't let someone. I mean, I wish someone calling all black try to talk shit to me like that. I'll hop out, like, all right, Derbs, cut off. Hey, bro, send me your location real quick.
It could happen, Derbs. Just be ready. It could happen. That's not up the realm of possibility at all. Will Smith and Michael B. I Am Legend 2.
You here for that?
Fuck. I don't understand it. Do you remember the ending?
He died. Yeah. Heroically.
Like, I knew a Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan mashup was going to happen at some point. This is not the movie.
No.
I'm trying to see the mashup happen.
You know what it would have been?
What's that?
That crappy movie his son was in about Earth. I think it was called Earth.
Yeah, that movie.
After Earth.
We forgot about that movie. That movie was terrible.
Yeah.
No, it could have been like Bad Boys 4. You bring in Michael B. Jordan.
That makes sense.
That's Will Smith's nephew.
I don't want Michael B. Jordan
or his son he didn't know about.
I'm pretty sure they have an alternate ending to I Am Legend.
There is an alternate ending. But it's an alternate ending. You have to get it with the DVD.
If it's not
theater version,
no.
That's the theater version. Will Smith killed himself, so they had a distraction so that the other people can get to
the child and the girl.
Yeah, the child and the girl can get to the base. The alternate ending is, I guess the person he was working on. He
cures the chick.
Yeah, towards the end.
And the boyfriend sees that and like
calls the wolves off.
Yeah, he lets them live.
Yeah. So what you're gonna tell me? What you're gonna tell me is the ending we saw in the theaters was the dream, the alternate ending, and they're gonna flash back to Will Smith saying, "Oh, actually, I can fix this guy, or I can fix the girl," and it's gonna be the alternate ending is gonna be the real ending, but the real ending was the alternate ending. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Follow me?
Yes.
Yes. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see Michael B. Jordan on the same screen with Will Smith fighting. Look, Michael B. Jordan is not really the best actor to begin with.
He's a horrible actor.
But to him, to do the CGI acting?
I think he's had some decent roles.
Give me one.
Fruitvale Station. He did incredible.
He said about 11 words.
Come on, bruh.
And he got killed.
And he kept doing that thing with his lip.
And I agree with you. It was a great story. The acting was cool. It was cool. But the story was great because we knew the story. And I lived up in North Cal. So I actually felt some way about that movie because I had a connection to that. You know what I mean? But the acting, though.
Trash. I saw that in theaters.
Name
one.
I mean, Black Panther, he was all right.
Depending on who you talk to.
He might be the next Black Panther. I hope you guys realize
You know
that.
what?
No, it's not going to happen.
He was only good in Black Panther because Black Panther was good.
He was cool and he was decent in Creed 1. And...
No, that was a horrible cry scene him and Sylvester Stallone had.
It was. But it's
maybe you should be talking to someone who ain't here. You think you're mad at me, but we might be mad at someone else. The guy that died.
And Michael B. Jordan was like...
His best role is Space Jam.
Michael B. Jordan?
No.
Was he in Space Jam? 2?
Y'all didn't see Space Jam?
Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see
that.
There's some things
I was thinking about the first one. I was like, no, he wasn't.
I'm not going to ruin my childhood watching some of these movies that are coming out. Just being honest with you. Space Jam 2, I did not watch it.
Spoiler alert.
He's in it?
He's Michael Jordan.
What? Hold on. Michael B. Jordan is Michael Jordan in Space Jam 2?
Kind of.
See, you made me not want to watch this even more.
No, I didn't, but that's such a hacky joke. I always know how it unfolds. They think that they're getting Michael Jordan, but it's Michael B. Jordan. Oh my God, I'm not watching that movie.
That might be the biggest disappointment in Hollywood movie history. Like, you think you're getting Michael Jordan and you get Michael B. Jordan?
I just figured out your punchline there, so I don't know.
The drop off is crazy. I would be so hot. Because, most people who are watching that are like fans of, they're athletes. Like, they like the NBA or whatever. So you think Michael Jordan's coming?
No, most people that watched that was fans of Space Jam.
True. I seen somebody recently, Steve Harvey was on some show recently, and the girl asked him, so Michael B. Jordan's dating your daughter for the last year. If he asked for her hand in marriage, would you approve?
What did he say?
Steve Harvey took about 38 seconds to answer that question. He was like, you see. Then he finally was like, yeah, but what I saw was him going over the last year in his head. And he probably seen his bare ass once or twice in the house. He probably seen him late night a couple times. A couple sandwiches been eaten that he put to the side and Michael B. Jordan ate. And those were reeling through his head. I think he wanted to say no, but for the camera, yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hating because Lori Harvey, she downgraded.
Man, I would
love
to break her heart. I mean, she seems like she's in the business to get her heart, bro.
Oh yeah.
I want Lori Harvey on my wish list. I'm just saying.
Real quick, I don't know if you saw, but 3 people voted against. Well, so the anti-lynching bill was passed.
Yeah, that's weird.
422 to 3. So there's still 3 people. First of all, they've been trying to get this bill passed for like over 100 years.
Yeah, right.
They've been trying. They said they tried over 200
strange
times.
Fruit.
They've tried over 200 times to get this bill through. And it finally passed, but there was still 3 people who I'm going to put the names out of the 3 people who voted against the anti-lynching bill. You have Republican Representative Andrew Clyde, Thomas Massey, and Chip Roy. So if this is going out to Texas,
2 people with 2 first names.
Hey, Brandon Earl, I don't be talking about 2 first names.
Is this like a national? Is this like a national bill?
It's a national bill, yes. And it's been voted against time and time again, but finally it passed. But there's still 3 people.
Look, some people
holding on.
Has there ever been any like news reporters like quote someone on why they voted against?
Oh yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah, please.
So pretty much he said, okay, I don't have the exact quote, but I have the article, and he pretty much, the Chip Roy has said in so many words that it's a good example of justice.
Wow.
He says it's a good example of justice, and he has said a phrase which was grab the longest rope. Like we used to grab the longest rope and hang him up, which is like a metaphor for getting the bad guys. That's what he said. It's about getting the bad guys. It's not about race. This is what he's saying. It's not about race or what the woke media wants you to believe, but in so much, it's a sign of good justice.
No, lynching was purely about race, no?
Purely about lynching free slaves.
Yeah, because they ran, right?
Yeah.
They ran.
Or no, not even free slaves. Slaves who were free people. And they
Are
got
there
lynched.
already laws in place against like hangings in the United
States?
States?
Each state, there's states have these laws, but it wasn't a federal law. Just like marijuana is legal in certain states, but it's not it's federally illegal. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of the same way where it wasn't a federal law. States were handling it. And then pretty much these 3 guys all pretty much said the same thing. This should be left up to the states. It shouldn't be a federal thing. And then there's more to that bill than just the fact that it's about lynching. But dude, like, I don't care what's attached to that bill, to be honest with you. Like, this is something that needs to be a federal. Like, why do we even have to fight over 200 times for this to be a federal,
I know, right?
A federal crime?
Let's just all agree. Well, because
they always told you to read the fine print.
Yeah.
It might be something in the fine print, dude.
It could be
because like,
but I trust the 422 people that voted against for it.
I know, right?
To the 3
it's still
people,
it's still anti-lynching. I know, right?
It's the 3 other people who found any other reason. Oh, but there's other stuff a part of this bill. Like, there's 422 people that were for it, Republicans and Democrats. So,
dude,
yeah, man, just want to put that out there. My last big topic I wanted to, 2 real quick. Why? There's no women in the room, but we could try to figure out this, because I've been trying to figure out this for a while.
What?
Why do women every month act surprised that their period is there? This shit happens every month. Every month. I want to feel sympathy for you. I do, babe, I do. But when you hit me, oh, I'm on my period. I can't do this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Or I'm on my period. All these cramps and just the over exaggeration. Like, I don't know what cramps feel like. I don't. But I as a man will be prepared for this. If you go to war every month, if you're going to war and you know the exact date, because you follow this shit on a calendar, and you know the exact date, and you know a war is coming on a Tuesday, why don't you have 7 bags of tampons and 5 bags of fucking, what is it, Midol and ibuprofen? And why don't you have the heat pad sitting there? And why don't you have, like, why is it when it happens, it's like, oh my God, babe, can you go to the store and get this for me? And oh my God, where's the heat pad? It's like, why don't you prepare for this? Why?
Man.
I'm telling you, if I went to war once a month, ever since I was 13, I'm 34, about to be 34.
Yeah.
I was going to war every month. At some point, I will be prepared for war. At some point.
Rambo strap.
I'm just saying. That was on my mind the other day. Can't tell you why, but she knows. Babe. But
shout out to happy relationships.
I'm just saying. Why are we acting surprised? And okay. The last thing I wanted to talk about. This was a question that was on Twitter and stuff I seen. And it's a debate. I was surprised it was a debate actually, but I just want to get you guys' opinion in the room. Somebody had tweeted TDE's fall off is only their fault. They're the ones to blame for their fall off. Have they fallen off? Is TDE falling off?
Are you guys keeping track of anyone outside of Kendrick, Zod, or Schoolboy Q? Where's Absol been at?
Do they even release music anymore? I mean, SZA is like the only one I really like.
SZA hasn't released music in like 4 years. She did like a single not too long ago, but an album she hasn't released in like 4 or 5 years. Kendrick hasn't released an album.
The hell of China pushed Reason.
Yes, they're trying to.
He's not really breaking that wall.
Is that a TDE thing or is that a talent thing? Because Reason is talented enough to where he can, if you get a machine like a TDE behind him full force.
Yeah.
Because we seen it happen. They got behind Schoolboy Q. He broke through mainstream. Somewhat. They got behind J-Rock. He blew up with the win-win-win. He got into mainstream. They kind of got behind Absol, but I kind of know a little bit things about that. They really don't go behind Absol like they should, but I think
that's cold. Especially the buzz when he was buzzing.
Yeah. But I think they know that he's not a mainstream artist. The shit he talks about.
Yeah.
The structure in which he makes his music.
But still, when Control System dropped, man, I banged that hardcore.
Or have they fallen off?
JMK, I'm shaking his head over here.
So JMK
step up, step up.
And of course, we're all from California. We have the California LA bias embedded in us because we know how much Kendrick means to California and TDE.
Kendrick Lamar can do no wrong.
Okay.
But what is it? What are they falling off for? Are you just playing devil's advocate, or do you think they fell off?
I don't know. I've been trying to think about this for the last 4 or 5 days since I've seen this tweet, and people were reacting to it, and I was getting both sides of the argument.
Right.
And I saw people talking about their fall off is not like they're falling off like fucking Chingy. Sorry, but they've not at the top anymore as a collective. Other collectives have took their place, like a Griselda or like a Dreamville, or who
I wouldn't say Dreamville is.
They get compared to Dreamville a lot.
Yeah, but Dreamville is like a different.
But
Dreamville
Earth Gang
is very
just
much
dropped.
based around J. Cole.
Yeah,
and it's like there's a supporting cast.
Yeah,
TD always kind of take turns. SZA had her time. Schoolboy had his time. Kendrick is like one of the unicorns, so you can't really compare. But I feel like all labels have like a rotation. They've released projects. I'm looking at it. They haven't missed a year.
Okay.
They release a project every year at least. Some years they
last year was
multiple.
Isaiah Rashad, right?
Yeah, year before that was Reason.
No, Isaiah dropped this year.
Early this year?
No, July 2021.
Yeah, he dropped last year.
Peaked at number 7. Reason, that got released, but obviously he's not as big of a draw, but it's still a bigger artist than anybody personally, and me as well. 2019 was Sir, Schoolboy Q. 2018 Reason. Yes, SZA hasn't dropped in a while, and Kendrick hasn't dropped in a while, but
maybe that's what people are talking about. Like the
What
head
people-
forces, because J. Cole still drops.
people just want too much. Like, just let the music
That
come
part.
out. They got a lot of people. They employ a lot of people. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
get it. I don't get it. What people? Why does everybody got to complain about something?
It's like it seems like people. They want to like, okay, so if you're a Kendrick fan and you're standing behind Kendrick, and then you get into this barbershop debate with somebody about J. Cole, the only thing you can't. It's hard for you to talk about consistency or.
I don't know, man. Kendrick was hella consistent
But it's been 5 years.
because of
Maybe the dude just
brothers
doesn't
need break.
I agree
wanna
that
make
he
music
doesn't.
right now.
He can do whatever he wants. I'm just saying, when you get in that barbershop conversation, and you start debating the goats or the greats, or who's relevant now, who's not, or who's making moves now, and who's not, that always goes against people of TDE. It's like, well, when's the last time they dropped music, or are they still
True.
dropping music? When they drop, it's quality.
Yeah, because Kendrick don't have one bad album
He doesn't.
or mixtape.
And I just seen that since 2022 started, we've been 3 months in, he has the top 25 highest selling album of 2022, Good Kid, Mad City. It's sold over 150,000 units already in 3 months into like that album came out over 2 years ago.
It's incredible. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's hard to say you fall off when your old albums are charting still.
I mean, like,
Well,
think about it like this. Like, my roommate was like, "Do you ever hear about like Lil Pump and
no,
like,
that's falling
all
off.
those kind of kids?
Fuck
like
no.
that's like a fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're just like kind of
They're dormant.
chilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably dormant spending money.
Yeah. Migos fall off.
Yeah, right. We ain't. They ain't let up once.
I mean, people have said Migos are falling off. I haven't paid attention to their arc and their rise and fall that much.
Didn't that straightening song come out last year? Was it, no?
I think so. And Offset's
That
still
was
with
a
Cardi. Offset's still with Cardi. He's relevant. And what's his name? The other one, the main guy. Starts with a Q. Come on. Migos.
Quavo.
Quavo. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I saw the shades. I saw the dreads. I even saw him
did
shooting
too. I saw
basketball.
everything. I was like, what's the
I
name?
pictured his face.
Yeah.
He's still relevant.
Yeah,
in
he's
the
the most
culture.
relevant person. He played in the Celebrity All-Star game every year.
Yeah.
He was on the NBA All-Star or Celebrity Draft. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Like, he was drafting the top 75 players alongside the owner of the Lakers, Jerry Buss.
Jerry Buzz.
Yeah, Jerry Buss, Charles Barkley, Shaq, and you had Quavo
Yeah.
all doing a draft. So I think,
Yeah.
but I would say, like, if you look at a label,
Mm-hmm.
Quality Control,
Mm-hmm.
what's the label that, like, Ray Shremmer's on? Or where, I don't know.
Are
But-
they with Atlantic?
Mike Will made it.
Yeah, I don't know what his label is, but I would say people would say, like, Quality Control
Mm-hmm.
and Lil Yachty and Migos fell off before anybody ever says that Top Dog fell off. But
Okay.
people
Okay.
I guess people just don't like that Kendrick didn't release in 5 years. That is a
Mhm.
while.
Oh, they're probably still mad because he dropped a video like he was going to release something, and then.
But he was
like,
just
"What
in the
is this?"
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was Super Bowl.
Like, Kendrick was just performing in the Super Bowl.
That part.
So it is a weird thing where it's like you will want these people to make music more music more frequently, but just because you're not making music frequently doesn't mean you've fallen off. It's just that you're choosing to take your time with the music, and that used to be a thing back in the day. Like,
Yeah, people don't understand. Artists need breaks.
yeah, and to live life, to actually put out
Like-
good music.
If you're, especially if you're world touring,
Mm-hmm.
like throughout the year, yeah,
Mhm.
I need a break.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's all I had. On my side of things.
That's on the agenda. I got a question, man. I got a
Okay.
question.
Take this while you.
Oh yeah, I do this. Oh, I get both of them.
No,
Oh,
this is
oh,
all right, go ahead. Keep talking.
sorry, I'm a substance abuser.
I'm an enabler.
My thing is, you think it's time for California to be a red state?
What?
Yeah.
Is it time for California to be a red state?
Is it time for California to be a red state?
Expound.
All right, just check it.
Expound.
Check it, man.
Taxes are already fucking high.
Taxes.
I'm just saying, if you're a red state, taxes is higher.
No, it's like, yeah, but blue states got a lot of wasteful ass spending.
Okay. So go ahead, break it down.
Here's my thing. All right, so like right now, LA's trying to build this 51-mile bike path, right, for the Olympics when they get here. Then this bike path they've been working on, the 31-mile stretch. They still haven't completed that part yet, but they've been working on it for the last 25 years. Now they're trying
25 years?
Yeah.
To make a bike path?
Yeah.
The fuck you need a bulldozer and 3 people in time?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. But check this. Do you think that's crazy? Now they're asking the state for $125 million to finish this bike path by the time the Olympics gets here. Now, this is a bike path they're going to spend $125 million on for a one-time use.
Well, you use it over time, but the Olympics are so far in between that you're hoping to make your money back like in 30 years or 40 years. Well, hold on. California hasn't even put this fucking Elon Musk speed thing. Remember we were supposed to travel from here to the Bay Area in like 20 minutes?
Hyperloop.
The Hyperloop. Like, I'd rather them focus all their attention on that. But the fact that it's taking 25 years to do a bike path just lets me know that Hyperloop ain't coming anytime soon. I think my balls would be dragging on the ground by the time they get here. I'll be that old. But so you feel like being a red state, they won't put their money into things like that, and they'll put their money into...
I don't know. It will have to limit the spending just a bit, right? Because like a lot of times, California always passes these grant programs or these welfare programs, right? That's going to get like, we're going to allocate $300 million or $10 billion over the next 10 years to this program. But then you always do whatever they dig into it, they can never track where the money spent. They can never tell you how the money was used. They can never tell you how the money that they raised the taxes on us for, and they got these funds for, how it's even making anything better. But every year, I swear to God, this government they're like, we need $100 billion. We need $100 million. Red states tend to have more. They tend to be more tight on the spending.
So
that's more so why. And we kind of fit the narrative for it.
Well, we fit the narrative.
We fit the narrative.
How do we fit the narrative?
California, liberal town? No. Look at LA. We put Chinese in Chinatown. We put the Koreans in Koreatown. The Filipinos in Filipino-town. Armenians got a town. Everybody know where the niggas at.
So it's segregated enough?
I didn't do it. Look at LA. I didn't do it. Look at Glendale. Did I do that?
Nah.
California did that.
Okay.
We've been segregated.
Okay.
It's very classist.
But if we were a red state, who would be our governor?
We already had Arnold Schwarzenegger,
which was entertaining, but
and fun.
Not great for the state. Not necessarily. It wasn't terrible, but
he did better than Governor Brown.
Yeah.
I remember when he got on the I remember when he got on TV, he was like, the debt has expanded. I was like, Jerry Brown, this seems like you're freaking out right about.
But if we were a red state, our mask would have been gone a long time ago. Right?
That's true.
I don't know how that would have did for our COVID numbers, but if we were arrested, we wouldn't give a fuck about the COVID numbers.
Well,
so
if you look at the board, we technically already are.
There'd be a lot more F-150s on the street if we were a red state.
But we kind of already are. The only thing that's really blue is San Diego, LA, and San Francisco.
I mean, Sacramento's
everything on the end.
I lived there for a long time. Sacramento is red.
Yeah, everything on the inner is red.
Yeah.
But the money is in San Diego,
exactly.
LA, and San Francisco. What you got for me, Derbs?
If you take the social stigma away from like being Republican, what's like the downside to it?
There's none. I don't think so. What's wrong?
I mean, I look better in blue than red.
What's wrong?
Just me personally.
Oh yeah, this Crip. No.
Crip.
I know.
Just saying. It's Crip.
That was for me. But
That's another downside for me. And I don't want to be associated with certain people like fucking McCain. Like, not that he's terrible. He's just that he just looks like a zombie, and I don't want to be associated with the zombies.
There is that traditional red side, but there is a progressive red side.
Okay.
There is like, I guess, moderate. You know, you can say there is that, because I mean, people are getting older. Technology is changing. You know, not everyone's going to hang on to the same old ideals. I mainly think when red people who identify with the red, what they really feel like they're standing up for is their freedom. Because if you look at council culture and how like the public could sway mass opinion, it could easily be interpreted like you get smashed on out here if you don't for what you believe in. You know, not saying, you know, not saying this is important or what, but I can see how people, because people who are red, they just have a simple belief. Let me protect my family. Let me make a good wage. You know, religion, you know, for me, you get to interpret that how you want and practice it how you want. But again, that's just saying,
and
that's
the
like
abortion laws and the bathroom laws.
That's that kooky stuff.
That's the weird social aspect of the red. That would be, it would be a weird dynamic in California dealing with the bathroom situation.
But I feel like it wouldn't have to be like that.
I'm sure you find like people on both sides that are like have controversial opinions on those topics.
Dude, I truly believe most of the world is most of the country is in the middle. Most of us. I think there's a huge extreme on both sides that are the loudest, so they come across like they're the majority. But I think that most of us are in the middle. You know, we waver in certain topics. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mostly blue, but I do agree that with some of the red situations, like gun laws and things like that, or vice versa. So, us being a red state wouldn't be crazy or terrible. It'd just be that we will have a lot of power. You know, California already has a lot of power as a blue state. Yeah. So as a red state, you know, like Georgia just is now becoming a blue state, but they're still pretty red over there. Yeah. And I was just out there in Atlanta, and I would drive through one pocket, and I'd be like, oh, there's all my niggas out here, like my kinfolk. And then you go to another pocket, and it's like, so this is where Chip Roy lives.
That's how Lil Rock was.
Yeah, this is where, I don't feel comfortable. No, I'm not getting out the car at all.
and you know, that's the problem, because there are still parts of the South, and because the South's red, like, you automatically link racism with Republican, and that's messed up. I wish those folks would grow up. But again, being a blue state ain't all cracked up as it up to be, because
fuck no. Look at our gas prices.
Look at our gas prices. Look at our living wages. Look at our food, and we're paying all this extra tax on. Yeah. But how come nothing's getting better? Things have been progressively getting worse as I've been growing up. Skid Row used to exist on Skid Row. Now that motherfucker's on First and Spring.
Yeah, that shit's everywhere in Los Angeles.
It's in OC.
Yeah.
Like the homelessness is rampant, and I know there's the new term, unhoused. The unhoused, or you know,
that's the new term they're throwing out there.
Who are we doing that for? That's my real question.
For white women.
Who are we doing that for?
For white women.
Exactly. You think homeless person wakes up after surviving the night elements is like, you know what? It really hurts my feelings that they call me homeless. not this Hep C that I've been dealing with for the last 5 years, but the fact that he just called me homeless. Oh.
Watching the news like, unhoused. I've been telling them to call me that for the last couple years now. That's what you call me, unhoused.
Oh, so you mean you don't have a home?
But unhoused is for people just to feel better about what's going on. But
that's why.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad if we're arrested. I don't vote no way. So this is however we go. You know what I'm saying? I don't really participate in this shit anyways, and I should probably do better at that.
You got to.
I'm 34 years old now.
You're bringing some heat on yourself.
I'm just saying, like, me being in my 30s, that's hard for me to say that now without people looking at me crazy. If I tell them like I don't participate, like
Because it's a
politics.
midterm year.
They be like, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 25, and people look at me weird when I say I don't vote. But like,
Yeah. So imagine
no,
being in your
Derbs, you
30s.
don't vote. You're doing. Keep doing that.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Wait till you're in the 30s. I don't want you making informed decisions. Right?
Wait till you get your first gray hair. Then you start thinking about fucking.
I mean, this might be a hot
voting.
take, but I honestly think my generation would have like way better candidates.
Yeah, I remember.
If we were like able to decide.
Oh, we thought the same thing.
Yeah, I
when we
remember
were
in
you guys'
2004 I
age.
said the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we thought the same thing when y'all
Yeah,
were y'all's
you
age.
right,
When
yeah.
we got Barack Obama, we're like, yeah, like we are thinking this. Like,
And
we
niggas
had
didn't
better
get shit, not
candidates.
even a Jordan.
Man,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You guys stuck with people that were
You guys,
right? You people.
all right. The American population has just like stuck with people that are in like their late 50s, 60s. People that
Well, no,
have
your
no
gener-
real connection
your
to the real
generation,
world at
your
all.
your generation really grew up with Barack and Donald Trump,
yeah.
and you guys got to see.
I saw George Bush. Like that was awful as well.
Yeah, but you were. I don't think you were as connected as you are. The older you get, the more you just pay attention to it.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Maybe you were one of those kids that were reading all the newspaper clippings and shit.
My parents had the news on like all the time.
Okay,
so it's
okay.
like-
But your generation definitely grew up with Barack for 8 years and then Trump for 4. So you guys have seen different people in the White House majority of your life. Majority of the time, it's old white people like you're talking about. The Bidens, the Bushes, the Clintons. You guys actually saw a black man and then a celebrity. So I think you guys are definitely more capable of voting in different type of people outside the norm into the White House.
But Derbs, are you saying like there should be younger candidates?
I think the candidates should have like more of an idea of what's going on in the real world rather than in their tiny little bubble that they call.
I think
America.
Barack was the perfect age for a president, like mid-40s.
I respect mid-40s. I wouldn't want anything younger.
I wouldn't want anybody younger. I don't want nobody your age as a president.
No.
I don't want nobody
Not-
my age as
not
a
I
my-
president.
really
not my
don't.
age.
I really don't want no one
Next
my
year,
age.
I'm 35. I'll be qualified to be a president if I ran. Next year.
I mean,
Yeah.
personally,
Never.
the best candidate for the last election was Andrew Yang, in my opinion, but he's in his late 30s.
See, and that's why, Derbs, I said don't vote. Because I don't need you throwing away votes like that.
What do you mean? Dude?
That's what. Come on, Andrew Yang knew he wasn't going to win. He wasn't even trying.
He was just saying shit so he could become popular and write a book.
He would say the most kookiest ideas with no actual tax break or no plan behind it. What?
I did like some of the things he was talking about, of course, just like I do what a lot of these candidates, but he was talking about unrealistic things. And unfortunately, if you become a president, you have to capitulate to the system that you're becoming a president in.
Yeah.
And there's some shit that's just unrealistic to do.
But isn't that part of the issue that we
100%.
have? Is that like the
Burn this
president's-
motherfucker to the ground. That's how I feel. I'm talking about the system that is.
Anarchist. I love it.
Burn the system to the ground. I don't believe in this two-party shit anyways. I think it's all a farce. You know what I mean? And your generation has a better chance of breaking that than our generation and the generations before us.
I just don't think anyone that was alive during like when Martin Luther King was doing his thing should be running our country.
You were the same elementary school as Malcolm X.
Do you know what I'm
I don't
saying?
need you ready for shit. No, I agree. Anytime I get on the phone with my parents, I hear them talk sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. This age group right here. Y'all
They're
should just be chilling.
From my personal experience, old people are just very set in their ways.
And Derbs, you're going to get like that too.
I'm not.
Oh, you will.
I promise.
It's okay though.
We
I
all
will
die.
always be open to other people's viewpoints.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think
Nah,
so?
sometimes people be telling me their viewpoint, I'm like,
I'm not saying that I'm just gonna like believe your viewpoint, but like I'll be open to it if you can
true.
like if you can convince me.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But well, see, this is what happens. And we'll close on this. This is what happens. I agree with you because I felt the same exact way. But what happens is the older you get, the more you think you know.
Well, I think I know a lot right now.
Oh, so this is gonna be bad when you get to your 30s.
Your
mid-30s.
You're 25. I can tell you right now, you don't know.
I know, but he thinks he does.
When
So-
I was 25, people in their 30s
come
kept
on.
telling me I didn't know, and I
Come
thought
on.
I knew. And then I got in my 30s, I was like,
I didn't know
shit.
When you get in your 30s, you're gonna be open because I think I'm pretty fairly open to listening to other people's point of view. But I think when you start getting in your 30s and your 40s, which I look forward to getting into my 40s, you start to really live enough life to where you start to subconsciously believe that you know a little bit more than just what a 20-year-old is talking about. And it sucks that happens.
I mean, you're doing it right now.
I know I'm doing it right now.
Because we do, Jared. I'm sorry, all right? You're fucking 25. I'm 10 years older than you. There's no way. I've been your age before. Have you been mine? I've been your age before. Have you been mine?
Unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
It does suck. I relate to the angst, though, because I remember that was my whole thing growing up.
Oh, man.
Older cats kept trying to tell me this, that, and the third.
I remember I told my dad when the Trayvon Martin shit happened, I was 20.
Okay,
I was 25.
And you thought he was going to get convicted, too?
Not only that I think he was going to get convicted.
Yeah, I was
Not only that I
that
think he was going to get convicted. I had a full-blown argument with my dad one time inside the house because I was telling him, like, not everything that you're talking about is race-related. Like, this is a different world we live in. Like, it's not about race.
Damn.
Dad, why are you tripping? Stop tripping. And then...
Times are different.
then...
See, I'm having the opposite conversation with my parents.
I'm older, and I was like, oh, I sound like a fucking idiot talking to my dad about that situation and what I thought about that situation when he just seen life. He lived so much life that he's seen that shit happen so many times. Yeah. That he exactly what was going to happen, that he said was going to happen, happened. Yeah. And that's when I was start to realize, like, oh, yeah, maybe I don't, But if you're having better educated conversations with your parents and you're having different level conversation, then I'm happy for you. Like, I hope when you're my age that you're way more educated, way more informed on things that are going on because you're already on that track. And then if there's a lot of people like you guys, when I get older, I can only hope that you guys make a better life for me. So my Social Security gets here on time. So my fucking
high key, you do hope that.
I hope that shit.
The older you get,
you
do hope for the younger generation
to get it, and to help, because y'all's votes and people younger than y'all, like my girl's son, those are the votes that really matter. When I get to 60 years old, 65 years old, he's 10, or he's gonna be 10,
and their future, what they think is going to decide what we get.
That's why I be trying to shove books in his face. Yeah. He be on YouTube. I'd be like, look, turn that off. We gonna watch a movie. I need you to broaden the scope of what you're looking at now, because your vote matters to me when I'm 60, 70 years old.
So it's not like we're not listening to you. We're hoping on you. It's just that I'm 35, you 25, so I know you're not ready yet. You got 5 more years. But then my life is in your hand in 5 more years. Right now, I'm going to steer the boat, though. I will trust you. Yeah. You vote with feelings. I need logic. Because you know why? I'm mad. Because all the young people voted for weed to be legalized, right?
It wasn't really a good idea.
That was the worst idea ever.
But it's a great idea because where I work at, it's a great idea.
Okay, for that?
Yes.
But
why was it not a good idea?
Because they didn't deliver on a single fucking promise they said they were. They didn't. And there's still 175,000 cases of people still in jail since the weed thing passed 4 or 5 years ago that are still waiting to hear trial. The whole point of us saying, they were supposed to get out and get less. They're still in jail. So we're still paying for them.
And the market,
so we gave
the weed market has flipped upside down since it became legal. Now
I totally agree. They passed the 50% tax law recently.
Oh, bro, they're taxing the shit out of it.
Yeah,
which is it should be a good thing because that money.
It's not
going to your point though.
But that money doesn't go to anything good.
That money is going into the ether. And we don't know where it's going.
It never does.
I work in Adelanto, and Adelanto is apparently out of debt since they've actually acquired legal marijuana businesses that city is supposed to be out of debt. And I have to take their word for it because, I see roads being built. I see buildings getting built. They're out of debt. But it's also putting a lot of people who've been growing for years upon years upon years before it became legal. It's putting all those people out of business. It's all big business now. So, like, the people who've been doing this.
It's about to be $1 trillion
either they're
industry.
in prison or they're
nationwide.
they're being squeezed out of the market. And we had to know it was going to happen.
Because that's how they control it.
Big business is going to get their foot into everything. And now you're going to end up buying a $12 blunt, you know what I'm saying, from the store. Grams of weed's going to be $25-$30 eventually.
Already is.
Yeah.
LA got tax on it. It'd be $25 plus tax. About 7.95% tax.
Look, if y'all need some nice marijuana, I'm not saying you can hit me up, but allegedly you can't. So I think I covered myself right there.
Yeah, allegedly.
Because if they're taxing that much for a gram, for an eighth is $55.
But rent can still skyrocket, food can still go up, gas can hit as high as 7.
Yeah.
But you want to know what's crazy to me? Everything here is more expensive than where I'm from, except for weed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we make the weed's made out here.
I mean, Michigan has some pretty fire weed. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But we
guys,
made it out here. They had to transport it to Michigan.
Yeah.
That's why it's more expensive.
Everything sold in Michigan disposed is Michigan grown, Michigan made.
Okay.
They sell some Stizzy products, but
Stizzy's out here, but they got buildings other places. So
yeah, like in Pomona.
In Pomona.
Oh, Pomona gone. My Pomona gone. I just welcome in the new. My Pomona gone. I see it every day. It was like, yeah, okay.
most states don't allow like the export of marijuana.
Oh, it's not about what you allow. It's about
what gets done.
What gets done.
You've been old enough to know that now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm seeing. I'm like, oh, that's
my thing though, dog. Like, that's like, man, we sold that over. That's why.
Marijuana?
Yeah.
I just hope that it continues to build jobs.
It could build as much jobs. We voted yes, so the taxes from that could go back into the state to make things cheaper. Nothing that we vote on is making shit cheaper. It is only making it more expensive. Mm-hmm. The toll road, right? The one we changed our carpool lane into a toll road. Mm-hmm. That was supposed to help our roads. No.
Yeah, because I know I've driven that.
They're still working on the 10 freeway. How?
Bruh. The 10 freeway.
How are they still working on it?
Oh my, you know how many exits I've missed? Because I'm like, they've changed up the way the shit is like set up one day, and the next day I'm like, oh, they closed it. And then as soon as I get there, oh, it's open, fuck. And I miss it because of the construction that's been on the 10 freeway for the past however long.
Since I've been in high school. They've been working on that.
Why did they separate the carpool?
I have never seen anybody doing construction on the freeway when I've driven on it. Never.
You just gotta do a booty call at 2 a.m. You'll see it.
No, bro. Driving back. Do you come back from LA late at night? That's
what I'm saying. Do a booty call.
They'll lock you up.
Get yourself some sneaky links.
You be coming from Hollywood, and all of a sudden you in 45-minute traffic. Like, why?
I just don't know why they separated the carpool to make it come back. It did.
Oh, that new road?
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. Like, it's just that they're doing money. Shit. I'm like, why did they?
Money.
To make it look nice?
I see all the cones. I never see anybody doing like any work.
So again, where's the money going? Oh, we can't find it. You know what's weird about that? Because if I misplace $25 on my taxes, the IRS will kick my door down. But these motherfuckers could misplace $150 million, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we don't know where it's at." Well, who'd you pay? Oh, yeah, we can't track that. How did it work for us? Yeah, we ain't got no data on that. So we gave you $125 million for, red state.
To America.
Cut down on that spending.
It's a good first episode.
This was, right?
I mean, it's not the first episode, but it's the first episode. The new style, the new digs. Yeah. Shout out to JMKM. Productive culture for fucking rocking with us, man. and being patient with us for sure. Fuck with y'all heavy for that. Yeah, man. I don't really have a cool sign out right now, but we will get one eventually. So lock your doors. I'm coming. That's how you sign out.
I didn't know what to say because I felt I was going to co-sign or something illegal.
But watching you people, so I got tactics now.
Nah, but Earl, before we kick off, man, go ahead. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah, man. Follow me on all social medias. Earlpheus, EARLPHEUS on all social medias. Follow that. Follow Chatty House on YouTube. I got some more views out of nowhere. I need to monetize that. I've been telling you that.
Same, man.
Go follow that. And then, yeah, I've been recording some game footage, so I might be joining Tony on Twitch pretty soon to get active on that Horizon GTA and
Apex.
I'll hop in there. I'll hop into Apex just so I know what the fuck terminology y'all talking about.
Me, you, and JMK, and we're getting on Apex. We get on Apex.
JMK woke up. He said, "Oh, Apex, y'all niggas need to hurry up." Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, check me out on that. How about you?
Real quick, once again, if you have an idea for a podcast, want your music, want your albums mixed down, you need a place to get some photos.
You need
an
soft, succulent white hands.
Oh,
woke him up to help you on your podcast.
He got what? The finger licking good.
Finger licking good over there.
But be sure to come over to Productive Culture, the home team, take care of you nicely. Be sure to check out Alt Black at Alt Black Pod on Instagram. You can catch us streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Anchor, Breaker. Who listens to Breaker? Have we figured that out yet? No? All right. But I'm working on it because I'm very curious. I've never seen anyone download that app. But you can catch us on all streaming platforms as well as YouTube. And check me out, Tony Asar, ASAR.
And as always,
stay tuned, stay glued.
Smoke it that you read a book.